Okay, guys. I hope all of you have got your textbooks. Anybody who still haven't got their textbooks? Okay, you need to pick it up from school. Okay, then. Let me just say it's okay for this first chapter. Part of it is okay. We'll just be using our we can call it okay PowerPoints. Okay, and well, okay, as we go through, yes, okay. May I give you guys some small inputs as well. Okay. Now, back to school. Okay. Now, for some of you, it might have been like 15 years, 20 years that you last went to school. And it's going to be okay all over again, like the same cycle once again. Okay. Uh, Now, guys, it's not only about it's okay going to back to school that may it's okay change. Let's say it's okay the way that your days, weeks, months, and years have been passing by. That will be changed. But just think of it as okay. Once okay, you sign up for the school, you come across a new group of people, most of whom you probably had never seen before in your lifetime. Right, okay. Um, some of you maybe you can say lucky enough or unlucky enough to come across the same person that you might have known from your high school, college days, or so on, so on, or a person from your neighborhood or whatsoever. Okay, but most likely, it's okay, or the likelihood is that okay, yes, that you'll be coming across, yes, okay, people who you never have seen in your life before. Okay? Okay. And the same thing is okay happens when you join a job. Okay. Now, at that point again, it's okay, it's going to be it's okay, a whole new group of people. You don't know how they are, so on, so on. So it's maybe it's okay going to be it's okay. How do I? First of all, it's okay get routine with let's say it's okay the workflow of this department here or this clinic or hospital or whatever you guys choose to end up working with. Okay. And usually, guys, when things change in your life, for good or bad, okay, for good or bad, yes, okay, that change in itself, yes, okay, may lead to some sort of, well, okay, what your book mentions is, okay, stress. Okay. Now, guys, please keep in mind that stress can be positive or negative, all the way, all dependent upon it's okay how you take it. Okay. Okay. Now, one thing that is known about stress is going to be stressors. And what we stressors be, or is a stressor going to be mainly as okay a factor that causes stress. Okay. So that pretty much okay as what will be as you could call a stressor. Okay. Now, any performers in the class. Any type of performer. Public speaker. Musician. Nope. Okay, guys, let's just take a scenario here and say, well, okay, next day you guys meet up. Yes, okay, one of you will have to give a lecture. I can give the topic right now, but I will pretty much, okay, pick one of you. No, none of you, yes, okay, answered that they were public speakers. So what's going to be the first thing that's going to affect you if I choose any of you? Yes, guys, right now, nobody, I'm just giving an example.
You're going to be stressed and anxious.
Stressed, okay. What is your stress going to be about, Asma?
Speaking in front of everyone and having
Speaking
like
in front of, okay, yes, a bunch of people, right? Okay. Okay. Next would be, okay, you overcome that. I can give you a little tip. Not just you, but anybody. Because most likely it's okay, you will be standing in front of XYZ amount of people, right? And have to deliver a speech or talking about a topic or so and so and so. Okay. And the best way of okay, mainly as okay, well, physically as okay, they will be there, but the way that you may not, or as okay, can somehow as okay, dodge to notice that there is, if you just look at top of the heads. So to them, it may looks like okay as you are looking at them, but no, you're just looking at top of the heads. Now this was a tip that yes, okay, our principal used to give us uh, back in back in school, because you have these big yes, okay, Parents' Day and so on, so sports days and so on, and it's okay. He as a principal, it's okay, would be giving a short speech. And he said, okay, this is how I cope with it to begin with. So that's okay. Maybe for the first couple of times that you have to, it's okay, speak in public, or it's okay. Okay. But ultimately, it's okay. You may, it's okay, come over that stress. Okay. Okay. But yes, okay. So, and what it says is, yes, okay, it is inevitable, but it is manageable. Clear? Okay. So stress, that's okay. That's normal. Now, if you guys remember yesterday, I said 18 diagrams, right? Okay. Okay. that was stressful for some of you guys, right? Okay. Okay. But uh, you can maybe say that, okay, yes, what did that do? What did that do for a short period of time? That's okay. Increase your adrenaline. Clear? Okay. Okay. So that's mainly as okay, just your body's normal response in a stressful situation. Okay. Which mainly as okay leads to that fight, fright, and flight situation that we call. Okay. Now I saw it, I've been telling you guys that okay, yes, as far as stress is concerned, or as okay, any challenge, there's mainly as okay, just two ways of taking it up. Either you fight it. You may say, okay, this is not going to take me down. I'm going to just okay, face the challenge and deal with it. Okay. The other would be as okay, just what you can call as okay, an escapist response, that you leave everything and okay, yes, okay, just run away. Okay. But ladies and the gentlemen, yes, okay, stress, that's a normal part of life. Okay. And primarily, yes, okay, what causes it is what we can call stressors. Now, what was stressors? Mainly as okay, anything that yes, okay, leads to a stress. Now, stress, if it is lasting for, yes, okay, short periods of time, yes, okay, that's normal. But guys, if stress becomes, yes, okay, a part of your life, that your daily life is, or yes, okay, that every day of your life is filled with stress, then that's probably not the most healthy environment to be living in. Okay. Now, as you said earlier, it's okay, the fight or flight response. Okay. Pretty much okay because of the adrenaline. It's okay, an increased heart rate. Okay. What would an increased heart rate mean? That your heart starts to beat faster. Okay. Now, shallow and rapid breathing. So it's okay, even it's okay, faster breathing. Okay. But most likely, it's okay, here it will be shallow. Mainly because it's okay, you don't have, let's say it's okay, if you start breathing faster, yes, okay, you will not have, yes, okay, the time to, enough time to go in and out. Okay. So pretty much, okay, it's a way of, yes, okay, you can say, okay, try to cope, or it's okay, deal with, or it's okay, undo, yes, okay, your body's response of rapid and shallow breathing is. Okay, try to sit down and, okay, as how to calm down, try to take in a few deep breaths. Okay, that's pretty much okay how you somehow come out of this fight and flight response. Okay, or try to just, okay, you can say, neutralize the effects that the adrenaline has on your body. So you may just, okay, just do the exact opposite of whatever's causing. Okay, so take in a few deep breaths. Okay, sweaty palms. Well, okay, uh, that's normal. Okay, especially that's okay in the fight and flight response. Okay, uh, now guys, some of you may say, well, okay, I have sweaty palms 24/7. So does that really mean that, okay, yes, I am anxious or I'm stressed 24/7? Not necessarily. Okay, guys, not necessarily. There are people, and maybe some of you are one of those, who knows? Okay, that just by nature have sweaty palms. Okay, and now that's pretty much okay as what they use to, as okay, due to, as okay, the sympathetic chain. Okay, not necessarily stressed, but it's okay, just okay, we can say it's okay, stimulation of the sympathetic chain, adrenaline or no adrenaline. Okay, and there's a treatment out there, or at least, okay, yes, there used to be. Uh, it's a small surgical procedure, but where they actually just, okay, go in and what you can call as, okay, ablate some of the as, okay, sympathetic chains, um, and it may help, it may not. If it help, okay, yes, well and good. You don't have to worry about the sweaty palms anymore. If it doesn't help, then okay, there may be, as okay, some medications that they can put you on. But then, okay, as those are going to affect your sympathetic nervous system, which on the other hand may cause slower heart rate, etc., 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 things like that, which just comes as the adverse effects of it. Okay. Okay. So it's not everybody who has, okay, if they have sweaty palms, that they necessarily are, yes, okay, in stress or yes, okay, in that fight or flight situation. Okay. So don't go and say, okay, but I've been having sweaty palms for the last, ever since I remember. Okay. Some people may just have that as per nature. Okay. Okay, an energy surge, and it's a mean that's okay where we can say that. Well, okay, a stress may be um, positive. Okay, mean that's okay due to that. That's okay. Adrenaline surge, for instance, that's okay. That means that's okay. Cause your heart to beat faster, more circulation of blood, and so on. So, okay, that means it's okay. It will give you it's okay a surge in energy. Okay. Now, stress can be immediately. Yes, okay. That killer clown, for instance, yes, you see that. That's the immediate response. Okay, okay, okay. And you go, you almost scared the damn light out of me, for instance. Okay, or that's okay. Can build over time. Okay, and that's okay. Building up over time, that's okay. That is what is, because that's okay, the dangerous form of stress. Okay, because what that means is okay, will build up as is going to be as okay what we call anxiety. Okay, now people may say, well, okay, I have anxiety. What is anxiety? Mainly it's okay, it's just a persistent sense of fear. Okay, a persistent sense of fear. That is anxiety. Fear of what? What is my teacher going to tell? Or what is it that my teacher is thinking about me? Or what's up? Okay. Maybe it's okay, anxiety, but it's okay, your job. Okay. Because you overheard somebody saying, well, okay, yes, there's going to be a round of layoffs. Okay. Am I one of the ones who may get the, what do you call that? What color? Yellow paper if you've been laid off.
Pink.
Pink. Pink slip, yeah.
The pink
Pink.
slip. Okay, yeah, pink slip. Okay. Okay. And isn't that a little bit sexist? Although I don't believe that okay, as color should be associated to genders that okay, pink is girls and blue is men. Okay, but anyways, okay. But that's okay, a pink slip. Things like that. Okay. Uh, Now, one of my students, um, many years ago, uh, she was dealing with okay similar issues because every time that okay as when she would get in the car and drive to work, she would get more and more anxious. I guess she didn't have good terms with, she was not in good terms with the supervisor or manager or so and so. And when she told me about it, I said, well, okay, listen, dear, you have been in the wrong spot for a long period of time. You should have either taken it up earlier to get it resolved, or okay, if it couldn't get resolved, then okay, yes, the best way would just head to is okay, and then look for something else. Because that mainly led that okay, she ended up having also okay, pretty much okay, long lasting yes okay anxiety issues. Okay, so anxiety is mainly as okay, just a technical word for fear, and you can have fear about anything. Okay, people may be fearful of dark. Okay, and that darkness can be taken in anyway. Physical darkness, okay, you turn the lights off, and okay, ask anybody who fear dark, just okay, to walk into a dark room. They're going to be thinking of the boogeyman. Okay, okay. But you can also say it's okay, darkness of the future. Those fears. Okay. Okay. prime is okay. One part of it's okay. Dark future is okay. Yes, if you don't have a source of income, for instance, what's going to happen tomorrow if I don't have a job? How am I going to pay for my bills, etc., etc. Okay, so now you may not know about yes, okay. So that's okay. And what's going to be the effect of that? Cognitive. Now, cognitive is more of okay. You can say a broad term of mainly as okay, describing as okay what is day-to-day activities. Okay. But it's okay, the actually it's okay involves a lot of, you can say it's okay, it's okay, mental soundness. Okay, that's going to just okay affect your cognitive abilities. Okay, physical behaviors. Okay, there may be things that okay you physically may not be able to do anymore. Okay, but most likely it's okay behavior because okay the patient may start having what you can call panic attacks, etc., etc., just by okay as talking about something or there's something that's okay being mentioned. Okay. A panic attack is mean as okay, there's going to be as okay a certain outburst of okay as severe anxiety. Okay. So the best way to is okay, well, okay, best way to deal about is okay, first of all, recognize it's okay what caused the stress. Okay. And then you can say, okay, how do you, yes, okay, try to deal with that? Okay, you may say, well, okay, dark, 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 but it's okay, boogeyman is all my imagination. There's nothing known as the boogeyman sitting in the dark. Okay, or no monster underneath my bed, whatsoever. Things like that, right? Okay, okay. It's all in your imagination. Okay, so that's okay. Some people say, okay, once I say that 10 times, that's okay, I overcome the stress. I overcome the anxiety. Okay, clear? Okay. Now, can anxiety be, that's okay. It could be positive, it could be negative. Okay. Positive in the sense that, well, let's say it's okay, negative. Destructive behavior resulting from anxiety includes removing yourself from the situation. So, why potential negative outcomes? Maybe that's okay, just that quitting. Okay. Okay. Now, guys, and again, who have math as their least favorite subject? Okay, only one hand. So what is 23 divided by 3?
7.2, right?
Yeah, close. Okay. But if I say no decimal numbers. Now, okay, usually because, okay, most people don't like math. That's why I ask about having math as the least favorite subject. Okay. Math was not my strong side either when I was in school. There are some reasons for that, but okay, let's not go into all those. So my dad actually has okay had a person who will come and okay has try to teach me math. Well, okay, in my instance, okay, it worked out good. When it came to just okay, my board math was the subject in which I got the highest grades. But what he mainly used to say was, okay, it's a way of coping with a challenge. Was not just, okay, quit, but rather to take up the challenge. And he used to say, okay, give me an example of a proverb in Pashto, which was Tiyo balana nakhla segno wargaruza, which mainly means that if you see a monster or a challenge ahead of you, the best way to deal it is, okay, check it up. I just go and call it. Come on, come on. Okay. So, and if you say it's okay, nothing is impossible. Nothing is impossible. It may be challenging, but it's not impossible. Okay. That should be the attitude. Okay. And that's made us okay. What makes is okay the difference between us okay being a negative behavior, because it's okay if you separate yourself from others or from the situation, mainly because you say, okay, nothing good is going to come out of this. Okay, you already failed. That's when you can mainly say, okay, that stress actually is okay ended up dominating you. Okay, some people may as okay try to drink themselves out of stress. Okay. And I can say that because okay, I used to yes okay work in Denmark, where a lot of people yes okay will use this way of kind out of stress. Okay, now because you may yes okay once you're drunk yes okay what happens? And anybody will try to be drunk.
You
Okay.
lose your motor skills.
Okay. Besides that, actually, it's okay. You become more or less numb to your surrounding. Clear? Okay. Okay. Or you may not perceive as okay the things in your surrounding as realistically as they are. Okay. But on the other end, what does that lead to? What does that lead to?
Accidents.
Huh?
Accidents.
I can hardly hear you, my dear.
Accidents.
What kind of accidents?
Like, as Jennifer said, like you kind of lose your motor skills. So like some people may think they can drive, and then because since they don't have that, as you said, like
Motor skill, okay.
motor skills or that sense of awareness,
Mhm.
not everything's as it should be. It's not normal. Like maybe your eyesight, the way you feel. It's I don't know. But
Okay, of course, that's okay. Well, it mainly is okay affects, well, okay, your motor skills, you can say, it's okay, your motor responses are going to be more sluggish. But did you guys know that, okay, yes, you may get out of the anxiety part because you are becoming less aware of the surroundings, but it's a major cause of depression, which is at the other side of the pole. So a lot of people, yes, okay, would meet up with severe depression. And I had to get treated for that, where, okay, the main cause for the depression was alcohol. They actually, it's okay, they drank themselves out of anxiety, but ended up in another, yes, okay, medical situation, which now was depression. So, yeah, okay. Uh, Now, yes, okay, anxiety was good because, okay, yes, that may give you, yes, okay, we can say, yes, okay, that extra amount of surge of energy that you may need. But, yes, okay, getting overexcited, especially, okay, you can say, yes, okay, when preparing for a test. Well, okay, the anxiety is good only if it's, well, okay, I need to study. Because if I don't study, then I, okay, yes, will fail. Okay. But over preparing us, okay, be over anxious about it. Well, okay, yes. It's actually it's okay. That anxiety is going to it's okay affect your judgment or ability to judge. Or it's going to it's okay affect you cognitively. And okay, although it's okay, you knew something, you still end up it's okay, answer the question wrong. Or act all it's okay in the wrong way. Now, constructive behavior of stress. First of all, it's okay. You may have just okay be able to just okay recognize the stressor. What mainly is okay triggers the stress or what causes it. Okay. Now, it may sound strange, but one of the things that I used to do is okay when preparing for my boards. Stressful. A lot of a lot of books, material, text, etc., that need to be read. So I felt okay, I'm reading through this, and okay, as I'm not able to pick it up, then do you think it's going to be working? Yes, okay, we just keep on reading and reading and reading and reading. No, I may say, okay, I did 23 pages. Well, if you had asked me anything out of those 23 pages, I would go, what are you talking about, right? Okay, I would not have the answer. So I would just say, okay, do a small activity, and actually, it's okay the night before my test or on the way to the testing center, I will do crosswords. Have anybody ever heard of crosswords? Okay. So maybe that's okay, just then you can say, okay, extracurricular activity, which has nothing to do with the subject matter as such. Okay. But that's okay. Some people may say, okay, let me just listen to some calming music. Or maybe it's okay, just have a yoga session for 25 minutes or something like that. Okay. Now, what do people is okay? Mine is okay, most likely doing yoga. Is that okay? Closing yourself into that's okay. That's okay. Let me just leave all my worries behind. And what are those worries? What causes your stress? Did that make any sense? So you may as okay go with a clear mind. Clear mind in the sense, okay, that's no stress. Okay. Well, that's okay. Whatever you are prepared for, read, etc., is what we can call it. That's okay. You still be able to just okay recall that so and so. Mainly because your cognitive skills are not affected by the stress or anxiety. Okay. So pretty much okay, let's practice some of those as okay, stress reducing or relieving activities. Some people may say, okay, painting. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean that you sit down, okay, try to just okay, remake a Mona Lisa. Okay, just a little small sketch or something. Okay. I used to, yes, okay, well, okay, yeah, I get the time now. I may try to do, yes, okay, paint myself. Okay. But paint, yes, okay, listen to some nice music, exactly, exactly. Metallica is probably not the right kind of music to listen. If you want, yes, okay, get off stress, that may actually, yes, okay, provoke it. Okay, okay. So, uh, whichever is okay activity that you guys uh, may find as okay relieving as okay is going to be as okay the I guess the best way of getting out of it. As okay, I mean, it says okay relieving yourself. Okay, financial preparedness. Well, you can mean it says okay. Luckily, oh my God, luckily, um, at least for you guys, here in the United States, it's okay. You can get financial aid. Okay, that may be as okay. Government bodies or organizations or associations, etc., 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 who will be somehow willing to help you in yes, okay, preparing for yes, okay, or yes, okay, or it's okay somehow yes, okay, meet your or help you meet your financial yes, okay, shortcomings. Okay. Uh, that's fine. Okay. Emotional stability. Consider that. Never mind. Okay, guys. One thing: time management, and that's why I said yes. Okay. Oh my God. Sorry. Time management. That's probably yes, okay one of the biggest issues because how do I make everything yes, okay, fall into yes, okay, the right place in terms of time? Because you say, well, okay, I now have this new responsibility, school. Later on, as okay, school is going to be replaced by work. At least in school is okay as 9 to 5 or 9 to 2. Working may become as okay 8 to 5 or 9 to 5 or something like that. Okay. You may end up in a place where they say, well, okay, every second weekend night duty or something like that. Okay. So a big thing. So that's okay. How do I manage my things? Okay. Now, not just for this program, but okay, generally time management, guys. Okay. Now, an easy way, especially if okay, you talk of okay as studying or preparing for a test or exam or so and so. And that's why I started using challenging you guys as okay from the days of your midterm. Okay, that's right now as okay from now on onwards. As, okay, I will start to like to go back and look at the previous chapters that we have covered, along with what we are studying. Okay. Now there can be two ways. Either you may as okay go retrograde and say, okay, we are done up to chapter 14. So I will go chapter 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, like that. Or you can say, okay, let me start from chapter 1, and so on, so on, so on. Okay. Now the easiest way of you can say is, okay, doing that in a timely manner, let's say, well, okay, either prepare a week plan or a daily plan. What I used to do, now everybody had their own way. Okay. But it's okay, mark your calendar. This is the day when I'm going to start, yes, okay, preparing myself for this and this and this upcoming step. Okay. But you can make it, okay, so, and okay, the final of the day that the task is going to be, it's okay, completed or so and so is going to be on this date. Okay. Now you can say, okay, I got 10 days and I got 20 chapters. What does that mean? An average of 2 chapters a day. Okay. But let's put it this way, guys. If you look in your textbooks, no 2 chapters are going to be as okay of the same length. Okay, so distributing it out that way is okay. Someday it's okay, you may be done in like no time because it's okay. Each of the 2 chapters that you were covering was 3 pages each. Did that make sense? So that's why I made it so okay as 2,000 pages, 20 days. That means at least that's okay, 10 pages a day. Now that includes 1 chapter or 2 chapters or 3 chapters. Now, with that said, guys, there may be days where, okay, as things are going smoothly. Okay, and you may be, as you can say, okay, able to finish those 20 pages within 20 minutes, maybe. Okay. And then you guys say, okay, well, okay, I did what I was supposed to do for today. Well, have you seen tomorrow? Do you know what tomorrow is going to bring you? Yes, guys. Do you guys going to know what's going to happen tomorrow?
No.
No. Okay. You may say, well, okay, yes, from 9 to 2, yes, okay, we're going to, yes, okay, have a class with Mike. Who knows? Right, okay. Or you may say, okay, I still got a lot of time. That still is okay, 3 weeks, 4 weeks. And before you know, yes, okay, those 3, 4 weeks are over. And okay, yes. So don't say, well, okay, yes, Mike has, okay, yes. Because, okay, something, yes, okay, I learned the hard way myself. You were stupid. We were teenagers. We didn't know better, right? Okay. So it's okay. I still okay. 2 months left, 3 months left. And before we know, phew, those 2, 3 months were over. And okay, as where were we? We hadn't even started our journey yet. Okay. So yes, okay. Time management. So guys, what a good idea would be, yes, okay, is saying, well, okay, the way that I looked at it, XYZ number of pages. Now, if you're able to do that in a short time, that's okay. Well, okay, it went good. It went good. Cover some extra work. Okay. Because, okay, tomorrow may not be the best day. You may wake up with, okay, as a bit of a cold, congestion, headaches, slight migraines, and whatsoever. Okay. And okay, that may last for yes, okay, 2-3 days. And okay, what's going to happen? You'll fall behind. And what is that going to cause? Okay, I'm falling behind my pre-planned schedule. What is that going to lead to? Yes, guys. Anybody want to say?
Anxiety.
Anxiety. Okay, because I have to, yes, okay, redo my or rework my schedule and so on, so on, so on, so on. Okay. And okay, yes. Now, as you guys may know, yes, okay, I don't time you on your tests. Okay. I didn't say, okay, yes, here your test, this many questions, this many diagrams, this many this many that. Well, okay, yes, you have 1 hour and 20 minutes. Clear? Now, guys, when you go for instance, okay, for your boards, okay, those tests are going to be timed. Okay. Now, the positive thing about it that okay, that you already is okay on beforehand would know that okay, is that going to be as okay 120 questions and 2 hours, just for an example, right? Okay, yeah, okay. What does that tell you? That you have an average of 1 minute for each question, roughly speaking. Now, in that case, okay, what would be a time management tactic? Don't spend more than 1 minute per question. Right? Okay. Of course, that's okay. In those cases, that's okay. There are going to be questions that okay, yes. As you read the question, you already know what the answer is, and you just look for that answer in the choices. So that question is okay, read and answer within 15 seconds. You can just go. So you may actually, that's okay, save time. Okay. But time management, on the other hand, would be just okay that okay, you may be looking at a question and say, reading it over and over and over and over again. Now what's happening? Your clock is ticking and you're stuck on the 15 question. So the best option will be skip that for now and proceed. Because you can be sitting and looking for the rest of the 2 hours and 45 minutes on, oh, it's okay, 1 hour and 45 minutes at that question and still not be able to figure out the answer. And what happens at the end? When 2 hours is up, you only managed to answer 15 questions because you were stuck on the, or 14 questions because you were stuck on question 15. Clear? Okay. Now, when preparing, yes, okay, I say it's okay. If you got stuck at something, it's okay. Your thing would be, okay, let me send Mike and one-liner. I didn't get this. Okay, and let's see if Mike can, okay, just give me a response back. Hopefully, it's okay, you will get it. You may as okay, skip a paragraph and so on. So, okay, I said, let me come back to this one here later on. And only continue if you are able to just, okay, cope. You know, what the hell is this? So on and so on. If that's how you feel, then okay, say, okay, let me take a break. Go out, get some fresh air. So exactly. Did you guys get that? So now everybody will have their own ways of doing it. Okay, but time management, yes, okay, either you pre-plan on a weekly basis, on a monthly basis, or whatsoever. And yes, okay, check that up. Now, have you guys heard that? Okay, yes, a blessing may also be a curse. Now, generally speaking, guys, if you compare yourself to your grandparents' generation, who do you think were more stressed? Or are
Us?
more stressed? Huh?
Our
Us.
generation?
Our generation. Why? We have it very easy.
I think that's just a
Yes.
saying the old generation says a lot too.
But why would we be more stressed than they are?
Different stressors?
Okay. Now, when you say different stressors, what should I get from that?
Social media, more social anxiety among people.
Okay. Now, Justine, do you really think that social media is social?
No.
No.
I think it has its positive and negative effects, but
Mhm.
probably the way that it's used these days causes more, it's more of a stressor than it is a positive thing.
Of course, that's okay. There's always going to be, it's okay, two sides of a coin, right? Okay. Okay. Now, this little dude here may be a blessing, right? Why?
You can
You can do anything on it.
Okay, okay. Let's just say it's okay. This is not okay as what it may look like to be as okay an iPhone. Even if it's just want a flip phone with no Instagram, no TikTok, no Facebook, just making calls. And eventually it's okay if utmost necessary, it's okay, send a text message. Okay, it may be a blessing that you can call anybody at anywhere from anywhere you are. But what is it also going to be?
distraction, a stressor.
Distraction. Okay, good. And besides that,
I mean, it's also a curse these days, because it's taken away from a lot of stuff.
exactly. Not that okay. Especially it's okay when we talk of Facebook and TikTok and all those things. It may sound strange, but and of course, okay, the people who are it's okay will not realize it, but actually, it's okay are addicted to those things. That they may knowingly, unknowingly, it's okay have to check on their Facebook every 3 months. Did somebody I knew update his status? Place a notification, okay, updated, okay, yes, this and that. Okay. You check on it in that way, oh yes, okay, it's okay, turn on for notifications. And every time somebody who is on your whatever is okay, social media forum or network, that's okay, send a post, like a thing or something like that, you get a notification about it. Ding ding. Now what is that going to go? Let me just look. Okay. Oh. Chinky Minky just okay, yes. Like this thing. And what are you going to do? Go in and look at it. So here you are trying to sit and okay, yes, prepare for your final, your midterm, whatever. So distraction. Now, nowadays, everybody have a cell phone, right? Is there anybody who doesn't have a cell phone? No, okay, nobody has a cell phone. But there's nobody who doesn't have a cell phone. Now, when it first came out, that's okay, who would be the people who had cell phones? Or will have a phone in their car or in the so and so. Yes, Susie.
Rich people had cell phones when they first came out.
Okay, it used to be as okay, cool, as okay, they thought, okay, this people, so this person sitting in his car, that's okay, would be able to just okay, pick up a phone and tick, 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 call, and you go, wow, right? Okay. When am I going to have something like that? And now everybody has it. Okay. But did those people have, yes, okay, the healthiest lifestyle? No. So why were things such as heart attacks common in the people in the stock exchange? So because of all the stress. Okay, are my shares going up? Are my shares going down? So and so, because yes, okay, the worth of their shares goes down. Yes, okay, that's a lot of money. Okay, and that yes, okay becomes yes, okay a daily thing. Okay, yes, money may come in, but you still have to fear about okay, what's going to happen if the stock market crashes. So yes, okay, may look like okay, yes, a necessity, not really. So what would be a good way of okay, yes, try to yes, okay, avoid the distraction or yes, okay, the stress that this thing here is what may cause. No, I'm not prompting that you should unfollow all your friends on Facebook and so on, so on, so on, so on, so. But I say, well, okay, time management. Okay. Only 20 minutes a day is a lot of two. Yes, okay, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat, Twitter, etc., etc. Now, one of the reasons that okay, our forefathers didn't have stress was because okay, their lifestyle was okay, pretty much it's okay based on the bare necessities. Well, this is what we need, and this is what we're going to have. You may look around in your household and say, okay, my grandfather is okay, came out of his grave today, and look at all these things that we have. You go, we didn't need that, we didn't have that, so and so, and they still lived. Okay. So a lot of things that's okay. You may say, okay, do we really need it? You have a Facebook account. Do you really need a TikTok account? Isn't Facebook enough? Okay, if you want to go on TikTok, then get off Facebook. If you have an Instagram, then okay, yes, that may be more than enough. Okay, so uh, and now I never seen any of those programs like Big Brother and things like that when they put 20 people or 30 people or 50 people in a house and lock them in. Okay, I say, okay, here you go, cope together. Or they pay some, okay, XYZ number of people on an island and I say, okay, here, live this life for a couple of weeks. But one program that I, not saw on the TV, because I didn't watch that channel. That first case was where they actually took a lot of people from executive branches or executive CEOs, high level businessmen, big group managers, and so on. So and say, well, okay, listen, guys. I think it was for 2 weeks or 10 days or something. You're going to go back to the bare necessities. So the first thing that these people would have to give off was their cell phone. Because everybody had a cell phone. And they will be getting rings and calls day in, day out. The shares are going up, the shares are going down. It's okay, we have a situation in this place, we have a situation in that place. And the participants in that program, when they came back, they say, and they were asked, what did you realize at the end of it? And they said, well, okay, getting rid of this fella for 10 days was the biggest relief. Okay. Okay. So even on the first or second, you may feel like as a part of you is lost. Because unfortunately it's so much integrated in our daily life, but yes, okay. You come over it. So, and yes, these, although it's okay, they call it social media, it's not really social. Unfortunately, it's okay, nowadays most people talk via texting, talk via SMSing or Instagramming and so on. So, and what had that led to? Anybody? What has that led to?
Stress.
Okay,
Oh,
let's go to our stress, my dear. I'm seeing a living example right now. Nobody is verbally responding.
People becoming less and less social because they're always
Or you can say it's okay, it affects your communication skills. Because you say, well, okay, talk to you later, I just sent you a text message. No people actually verbally speak to one another. Okay. They may call and say, okay, didn't you read my text message? Well, okay. Okay, no, I didn't. What was it that you wanted to say? And they'll go, okay, just read my message. Well, okay, I'm on the line now, so just say it out verbally, right? No, actually, it's okay. Sit down, open your message, read it, and then okay, they have to respond. So, well, okay. Unfortunately, yes, okay, that's what's happening. Sorry, guys, but okay, guys. Now, do you recall that intro that you guys filled out? And one of my questions is, what do you want to achieve by this course here? What are your goals?
Some of our goals can be accomplishing the program and getting our license to be a sonographer.
Okay. Okay, so you can look at, oh my God. Okay, we can look at the goals and say, okay, yes, establishing, okay, is a good career now. For that is, okay, what will be the first goals? Academics, right? Okay. Clear, okay. Academics, what's the academics? Well, okay, what we mean is, okay, I've talked about studying, preparing for a test, etc., etc., etc. Okay. Now, next would be, what comes next? Once you're done with your initial academics.
Doing
Well-
like either internship and then like a job, getting a job.
Okay, getting a job. Okay, good. Now, why did you want to get a job? Okay. Most of you say, I got bills to pay. Right, okay. But why do you want to, it's okay, get a job in, let's say it's okay, the healthcare sector?
Could be because you're passionate about like helping people or working with people directly and making a difference, like feeling like you're making a difference in someone's life.
Okay. Good. Anything else?
Good benefits in the medical field.
Okay, when you say good benefits,
Health benefits.
what health benefits?
What do you mean what health benefits? Benefits like in health insurance. Good health insurance.
Okay, now you're touching a sensitive topic, dear.
You asked.
I asked.
Yeah.
Now let me just ask you this. Okay, sorry, not just you. Let me just tell you something. So, yeah, unfortunately, well, let me ask you this, Vicky. Do you think that everybody should have health insurance?
I do.
You
I do
do.
believe in universal health care, yeah.
Okay, good. Okay. Now, with that said, do you believe that some should have better health insurance than others?
No, I believe in universal health care. I'm just saying in this country, you get better doctors with better health insurance.
Exactly. That you had to have either have the opportunity to pull the right straw to get, because it's okay, the best benefits, right? Or the bigger bang for the buck, as they may say it. Okay. But then again, it's okay. On the other hand, you may see it's okay, a lot of people who are out of the working force or which are not a part of the working force. Now, what does that mean? If you're not a part of the working force, what does that mean?
Retirement.
What time in there?
Retirement.
Okay,
Usage?
but at least you have worked for XYZ amount of years and okay, had got some social security or something, or maybe a 401k or something like that. But there may be people who you may say, okay, are there really some people like that? Yes, who never made it, who never became a part of okay the workforce. And what about them? No, they were never a part of the workforce, which mainly mean okay, yes, they didn't have employment, right? Where employment was giving them the, or you can say, okay, as a part of your employment, yes, okay, you get good benefits, as Vicky said, right? Okay. But it's okay if you were not employed, what does that mean? That you didn't have health insurance. You were literally uninsured. Now, what would that mean? Anybody?
Costly medical bills. We're not going to the doctor.
Unfortunately, it's okay is the last one that is more real. Because a lot of people will say, well, okay, can I really afford to go to the doctor? And end up as okay paying, I had to pay $200 or $500 for a chit chat. No, because I don't have those $500. Why? I had no way of income. Right. Okay. So now you say it's okay. Universal healthcare. That was what they a couple of years okay back used to call Obamacare, right? So okay, guys. Okay, now listen, guys. Okay, successful students have numerous common skills, including that's why I say I don't bite. Okay. Okay. Okay, guys. Now, sorry, we were talking of okay, yes, why we got into healthcare are the goals. Okay, what's next? Now you got into healthcare, you got into a job. What will be next? What do you think is going to happen next?
Being successful at the job.
Okay. Now, how do you become successful?
By applying what you've learned throughout your academic time.
As well as
Okay.
working hard.
Okay.
And always learning new things or along the way.
Exactly. Okay. Because what is the medical science is? Not just ultrasound, generally speaking.
Ever evolving.
It's ever evolving. That will mainly mean that, okay, as things that used to be the norm are being replaced by newer methods, newer technologies, etc., 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 etc. Or you may say, okay, become debunked. Right, okay. So whether you agree to it or not, but it's okay, you guys have signed up for, it's okay, continuously having to be or you can say, okay, going to be as okay a student for life. Not probably as okay sitting in a classroom, listen to a lecture, so and so. Okay. But even though it's okay, you get your certifications, become registered, etc. But you maintain those registrations, and that's what you want to call it, or licenses. Not really licenses because you don't practice individually. Okay. What is it that you will need to do?
Renew that license every so often or however long it is.
Okay, exactly. And what does that need? And what is that going to do? How would you renew your license or registration?
You have to retake a test.
No, not necessarily, dear.
You have to take a refresher.
Well, okay, runningly, yes, okay, they're what they call as okay, continuing education, right? Okay. Now, nowadays, most of those are small online things. You watch a video, and at the end of that, XYZ number of questions, you answer those, and okay, you get those, what they call as okay, credit points. Okay. So you will have just okay achieve XYZ amount of credits before the end of your SOK license period. And when you submit those credits as okay, your license will be renewed. If not, then it may be as okay what you can call as okay revoked. And when it is revoked, then okay, yes, what's next? Then yes, okay, Jennifer, you may have to sit again for your registration exam. Okay, which is probably not going to be a fun thing to be doing that. Right? So it's okay. We had a couple. Oh, sorry. No, that wasn't okay. Although it's okay in another program, but it's okay. One of my students, she came because okay, when he was doing medical assisting, they didn't have phlebotomy as an integrated part of the program, but he did it, which later on became. So he came to us, okay, do phlebotomy with us. So he did phlebotomy, okay, good. And a couple of months later, I saw him back at the school. I go, okay, have you enrolled into another program? He said, no, I'm retaking my medical assisting. I say, why is that? Because he didn't renew his registration. So that may as okay be the unfortunate outcome. Then there was okay, you know what, you have to be eligible to it's okay register for it's okay the board and so on. So it's okay, you have to redo your course all over again. Hopefully not here, but like okay. So now guys, how do you guys prefer to learn? Let me ask it this way.
Hands-on or interactive?
Okay. So you will say that it's okay, it's going to be easier for you to learn how to do a thing if it's hands-on.
Correct.
Okay. Now before to know how to yes okay do a hands-on thing. Because hands-on is saying yes okay, my dear, here's a key, here's the car, and here's the road.
That's half true.
Good. Just try to
You
do
could
that
also
on a
explain as
3-year-old.
yeah, but that's a different scenario. Their mental process isn't as much as an adults.
Okay. Right. Okay. So that's okay for every practical thing. There is always going to be okay some sort of theory. But as you say, okay, something that is going to be okay practical. Yes, of course. Okay. At some point, it's okay. You can say, it's okay. Do I know how to do this? Okay, that can only be seen or done. Yes, okay. When I yes, okay, take the car on the road, right? Yeah. So that's where the theory comes in. Now, when we talk of theory, it's okay. Now, everybody may have their own ways. People like to, it's okay. Some people like to, it's okay, make index cards. Now, let me be honest, guys. Okay, as a subject which is going to be hands-on, it's okay. Index card is probably not going to be working. Okay. Our most practical things, let's put it this way. You can say, it's okay, the more you do it, the better you get at it. Or maybe as I say, it's okay, practice main and man perfect. Okay. But even as okay in the practical things, you can actually just okay break down that into smaller steps. And maybe it's okay take up one step at a time. Yeah. Now, when it comes to the theory, what will be the best way? Now, man, yes, but yes, this thing. Sorry.
Oh, I was gonna say, for some people making flashcards,
Okay.
asking
Good.
questions.
Okay.
Taking notes and going over them.
Okay. Now, Cassidy, when you say taking notes, how do you usually take notes? Sorry.
I like to usually have like if there's a PowerPoint, I like to have the PowerPoint kind of if we're doing it online, I have it on my iPad and I take notes from that, just like key points and anything that the teacher emphasizes throughout the lecture.
Mhm.
In person, it's the same thing. I just will look at the PowerPoint on the board.
Mhm. Okay. Now, one thing that, okay, now since you are new to my class, one thing I say is okay about taking notes. Okay. And a lot of things, yes, okay, I learned, yes, okay, from my, sorry, from my personal experiences that notes that you, like, notes that you make in your own words. Does that make sense? The notes that you make in your own words are going to be more easier for you to comprehend in the first place and understand, and that's going to be that's okay the best revision tool rather than copying down yes okay things from a PowerPoint or from a textbook. Okay, so yes, if you like to yes okay take notes, good. I'm not forbidding you from doing that or any person from doing that. But those notes most likely will only be constructive, or it's okay, useful, if you make those notes in your own words. Okay. Now there may be, it's okay, let's say it's okay, we earlier talked about anxiety. Okay. I may, it's okay, say what was anxiety? A sense of fear. Okay. That was going to be, it's okay, how I worded. Did that make sense?
Yeah.
Good. Okay. Now you may word anxiety in a different way, using your own words. Where you mainly will just say it's okay, a constant, okay, it's okay, a state of mind of fear or something like that. That's fine as well. Because at the end, yes, okay, they mean the same thing. Okay. But saying yes, okay, that was how you formulated yes, okay, anxiety in your own words, that is going to make more sense to you. Did you guys get that? Okay. So one thing that I keep on saying is, if you like to take notes, I have no problem with that. Just try to, it's okay. If you write something down that is okay, that's going to be, it's okay in your own words. Okay. Okay. Now, with that said, yes, okay, we have something that we call, yes, okay, universal statements. Or sorry, universal truth. Which mainly mean, okay, yes, there's only one way of okay, expressing this. Okay, something like saying, yes, okay, the world is round. Now, some people may, yes, okay, believe that that's not the case. That's up to their belief. Okay, what they want to believe in or not. Any earth flatteners? Yep. Well, okay, to some extent, yes, okay, it may make a little bit of sense. Or what they are saying. I'm not completely, yes, okay, debunking their thoughts. But anyways, okay. So yes, okay, that's a universal statement, or that's what you call a universal truth, which mainly means that, okay, it can only be worded in one way. Okay. Anything outside that, yes, okay, which is not a universal truth, which mainly means that it can't be worded in only one way. That's okay, it can be as okay worded in whatever way. And everybody may have their own ways of wording a thing as okay, trying to as okay, put words together to explain a thing. Okay, those words will make sense for you. Okay. So since that okay, it may be a time-consuming process of yes, okay, making notes or taking notes, then it will be as okay. Only paying off is okay if those notes were in your own words that you could recognize, are going to be easy for you to understand what is meant to be said here. Did you guys get that? Okay. Now, everything is not the same. Every subject is not the same. Mnemonics, for instance, and you will see us okay when we go to physics. There are going to be as okay a couple of mnemonics that we as okay may come across. But you can make mnemonics for pretty much okay anything. Okay. A verb, a mnemonic, a crazy statement where usually it's okay to just take the first letter from each word. And okay, if it has to be in a sequence, that's okay. Put those letters and okay, as from those letters, that's okay, make a sentence or a statement. It may not make much sense. That sentence may or is okay, may not make necessarily any sense at all, but that just helps you as okay to remember it. The first was L, then M, then T, then X, then U, then P, then Y. Something like that. That was your mnemonic. And an easy way to remember the mnemonic is okay, and then a word from L, then an M, then a U, then a Y, and an X, then a T, then P, and so on. So. Okay. Like, yes, okay, the 3 branches of the celiac trunk. Or the branches of the abdominal aorta. Now you can make a mnemonic. Inferior, I, then C, celiac trunk, then yes, okay, your superior mesenteric, then the renal, then the gonadal, then the inferior mesenteric, and so. Okay, so I, C, R, S, R, G, I. That become your mnemonic. And then you just go. I calculate some reverse. Okay, superstitious, greatness, incompetence, something like that. It may not make much sense, but okay, yes, you remember that sentence, and okay, yes, that was okay, your mnemonic for the branches of your abdominal aorta, for instance. So that way you remember, okay, first is the inferior phrenic, then the celiac trunk, then the renal arteries, then the superior mesenteric, then the gonadal arteries, then the inferior mesenteric, and so on and so on. Yeah, okay. Now that may not work for everything. You can't make mnemonics for everything. Especially as okay, examples like this, yes, okay, that's going to be as okay where yes, okay, the mnemonics will yes, okay, be helpful. And index cards, most likely, yes, okay, people use that mean yes, okay, just as a final, because it's okay, preparation tool. Not necessarily final, but it's okay, being able to, yes, okay, answer the questions. But okay. And that's yours, okay, credit cards and okay, mnemonics. Okay. Form a study group or a study partner. Okay. That's a little bit different from, yes, okay, what we used to have in schools. Especially as okay, a person like me who was a boarder, who lived on campus. Are any of you living on campus? Yes. Nobody's living on campus right now, right? Okay. Everybody is sitting in their own comfort zone. Good. So how do you find a study partner? Yes, guys.
In your
When we
study
do
group.
lab, we'll meet each other and whatnot.
Lauren, you're breaking up, my dear.
when we meet each other in lab, we'll be able to get our phone numbers and exchange things to be able to meet up and create our own study groups and whatnot.
Okay, I think that you should be able to, yes, okay, communicate with one another on Brightspace too. But if not, yes, okay, gets where what we previously, yes, okay, referred to as a curse can become, yes, okay, a blessing. Clear, okay, because, yes, okay, as I say, yes, okay, two sides of the coin. Okay, okay. There's okay, well, okay, you can make a WhatsApp group of some sort, or yes, okay, exchange emails. Exactly, right? Okay, and so okay, let's set up. Okay, yes, that's okay. The two or the three of us or whatever. Okay, we can sit down. Okay, yes, in a common spot. Usually it's okay, Starbucks or something like that, or whatever, or one of your guys' homes. I don't mind. Okay, and okay, yes, study together. Okay. So the goal mainly is okay, should be as okay a group study. Okay. Now there are different ways of doing that. Did you guys do that? Have you guys ever heard of book clubs? Yes, guys.
Yes.
Good. So what is a book club, Jennifer?
It's when everyone in that club reads the same book and then they come together and they talk about, their perspective of the book and this and that.
Okay, good. Now let's say that okay, as we have a book club or a book club, and there's a book. But would it be necessary that everybody in that group necessarily is okay, read the whole book? No, right? Okay. Because you may say, well, okay, listen, you read chapter 1, I take care of chapter 2. You read chapter 3, and so yes, okay, when we have done that, okay, let's meet on Monday. Clear? Okay. Now what comes? The person who read chapter 1 is going to talk about chapter 1. Okay. And the other people in that group, what would their job be? Ask any questions that they had. Okay. So it's actually it's okay that discussion, and that's why I'm trying to just okay promote here. Okay. The more we speak, or the more you ask, the more I will be able to answer. Okay, so please, yes, okay, everybody, yes, okay, try to, yes, okay, contribute. Okay. So that's pretty much okay how that works. Now back home, yes, okay, I used to be, yes, okay, what we call a boarding student. So yes, okay, I would live on, not on campus, but yes, okay, in a boarding house. And usually people who used to be living locally or from the local area during, yes, okay, the exam days and so on. So they will come and hook up with one of us, share our room with us or something. Right? And why? Because everybody was studying. You could always just okay go and knock on somebody's door and say, okay, do you understand this topic here? Because it's giving me a hard time. So that was how it's okay. I was used yes okay to yes okay. We can say it's okay group studies um in yes okay in med school. And we actually, it's okay when, for instance, okay, let's just talk of, okay, bones. You say, okay, you're a guy, okay, I check the clavicle, you check the humerus. And another guy will check the ulna, another guy will check the radius. And each of them was studied. And then he would demonstrate, okay, this is the ulna, left side ulna, this is the upper end, this is the lower end, so on, so on, so on, so on. And he would pretty much, okay, go over, it's okay, each thing. And the rest of us in that group, it's okay, we'll just learn from him. In that way. So yes, okay, within an hour or two, it's okay, all the bones of the upper limb were done with. Okay. But nowadays, okay, since everybody is okay, maybe living in different towns, okay, we may just, okay, we can say, okay, when you guys meet in school, that's okay, that's where you may, it's okay, may physically, that's okay, see one another in person. But besides that, okay, everybody's going to be in their own home, house, or whatever. But that's where it's okay, text messaging can be as okay, good too. Okay. Now, I'm not completely against that's okay, all social media. YouTube is a good source. You can get, okay, there's a lot of good materials from there. Okay. As well. We didn't have those resources when I was a student. There was nothing known as YouTube. So yes, okay, it was a class lectures and okay, yes, your textbook and okay, maybe it's okay, some group studies and so on. So that's okay. That's why I said it's okay. More socializing. Okay, in that sense. But then yes, okay, the thing that I need to remember. Remember, you can either do that by mnemonics, or it's okay, I read it over and over again, or maybe listen to somebody else, okay, saying it to you, or repeat it yourself over and over again. Now, one way is that's okay if you have to, it's okay, memorize a thing. Usually, it's okay, I don't recommend just memorizing like a parrot. Because, okay, the parrot may know how to say, okay, how are you? Does he or she knows what how are you means? No, they're just copying, right? The same, right? Because, okay, the unfortunate thing about it's okay, just plain yes, okay, memorizing things is it easily as okay evaporates or you forget about it. So I'm all take off, okay, things that, okay, yes, understand the concept or the basics. And on top of that, yes, okay, you can build and build and build and build and build. Okay, guys. So different ways of preparing. And that's why I said, oh, it's okay, develop a study schedule. Which means that's okay, 1 hour a day, 2 hours a day, or whatever. It's okay, this is my my study time. And yes, okay, if it becomes overwhelming, if it becomes too much, take a break. Okay, what would it mean to take a break? Okay, yes. Okay. Get off, put the book aside. Okay. Maybe just okay, just make a cup of coffee. Okay, get a cookie, whatever, so and so. Have a snack. Just go out, get some fresh air, look at the nature, admire, yes, okay, the flowers in your garden, so and so. Get some good, yes, okay, inspiration from that. Come back with, okay, as a fresh mind. Clear? Okay. So it's probably not going to be as okay healthy to be as okay locking yourself up. And as I said, it's okay, everybody has their own style. Even some people, it's okay, like highlighting. Okay. Now, if you and why would somebody highlight? What's the point of highlighting a book, a textbook?
Because they could understand what they're writing.
Highlighting, my dear.
Understand the key point.
Highlighting.
They can reference back to it without having to read the whole thing.
Exactly. The thing that are highlighted, that's when you open a page, it's psychological. That's what's going to just okay catch your attention. Did that make sense? Now I have seen, okay. I've been seeing students who have highlighted the entire textbook. What did they get from that?
Just coloring the textbook.
Just coloring it, right? Okay. That's okay. Every text is just okay colored in pink or yellow or blue or whatsoever. Clear? Okay. And another thing, yes, okay, guys, as we go on, probably not in this chapter, but that's okay. You may say, okay, now this was a good point. That's okay. Attach a little sticky note or something, or a loose piece of paper that on which it's okay. You took some, wrote down some points, okay, and keep that. Okay. That's okay. If you end up as okay highlighting the entire textbook, then okay, as highlighting is probably not the best tool to use. Okay, there. Now, if I send any of you that okay, as I saw this person's notes, they were good notes. Now, a common mistake that we would do was try to get hold of that person's notes. Ask him or her, okay, can I get your notes? Can I borrow your notes for a day? And we will photocopy them. Now, do you think that is going to work?
Not necessarily.
No. Why?
Because everyone learns differently and they could have taken the notes down a certain way for them to help.
Exactly. You got my point there. Okay. That it was in his or her wording. So what you actually end up doing is just getting, okay, as what would be similar to as, okay, a new textbook or a new chapter in a textbook. Just written in somebody else's words by him or her. Did you guys get that? Now, just a little crazy story, guys. And that's where, okay, somebody takes as, okay, making notes too serious. Sorry, Lauren. Or was it Cassidy who was talking about taking notes? Okay. When I was in med school, guys, a guy who was 1 year senior than us. So we were in second grade. He was in third grade or third year, which we call it. And okay, one of the main subjects that we had in third year was pharmacology. Now, what pharmacologists, that's okay, study of drugs. What do they do? Wanted and what are the unwanted effects? How do they work and so on, so on, so on. Things like that. Now, what did that poor lad do? He actually is okay, had purchased 5, 6 different textbooks of pharmacology. And had them open. And would say, okay, as beta blockers. So he will read beta blockers from every book and then make notes. Now somebody asked him, it's okay, why are you making notes? Why are you going? First of all, it's okay. Why are you spending time reading 5 different books about the same thing? And then making that into notes. And he said, well, okay, one thing is, okay, I make my notes. But once I'm done with my notes, I'm going to publish them as a book. So he was going to just, okay, publish his own pharmacology book. Hats off for him, nothing against that. Now, what happened to this guy? When he sat for his boards, he passed other subjects, but he failed pharmacology. Oops. So what did that poor lad now have to go for? He had to go for a retake. And a lot of people, yes, okay, some of our college mates used to be bad bullies. Bad in the sense that, okay, that they were bullying other people a lot, but they were good at bullying. Let's put it this way. So they will be standing in front of his room where he was sitting there and it's okay, preparing for his pharmacology retake. And just bullying him in the sense that, okay, they will talk. And one of them will say, okay, oh, I am hearing that you are preparing. It's okay that you are writing a textbook in pathology. And you go, yes, I'm reading this book, this book, this book, this book, this book for pathology. Just, okay, prepare my new textbook. And then he goes, so when are you going to publish it? And he said, once I fail pathology, then I will publish it. So, yes, okay. Yeah. But that guy did not only write books on, okay, as pharmacology. He had written, okay, as a couple of other books. So I can say, maybe it's okay, just a hobby that he had. Of, okay, as, so you can say, okay, as a good writer. You can sit down and, okay, write a novel or something like that. I'm not Harry Potter, but okay, yes. He has some good writing skills, right? Okay. And then somebody said, no, but how in the blue? Yes, okay, he read 5 different books of pharmacology. How can you fail? You should be knowing this subject now. And somebody even came up with the theory that, okay, it's because he published the book without getting, okay, as a recommendation or forward by one of the professors. So they were pissed. At least you could have brought the book and we could write an nice, okay, as preface note or something for it before you publishing the book. So that's why the different type of theories about, okay, how it happens. So yes, okay, one thing is, okay, yes, prepare, but don't over prepare. Okay, don't get too much into What diagrams, how many diagrams, how many questions, that's not something that you should be worried about. So what is going to be your goal, guys?
To understand it rather than worry about what's going to be on it.
Understand it, right? Okay. And learn it. And how do you learn?
Yeah.
Okay. You ask questions. Okay. Or you as okay if you have an input. That will be more than appreciated. Clear, okay? We are after all as okay living in so-called as okay democracy. Now who has text anxiety? If I say you have a quiz tomorrow, what's going to happen?
It gives me tachycardia.
Tachycardia. That's normal because of that's normal, right?
Well,
Okay.
not really.
No, not really, but of course that's okay. But sooner or later you're gonna say, okay, well, I cannot quiz to hell. Okay, that's fine. It's not the end of the world. Clear, okay? So what's a good way of okay as coping with that stress?
Studying.
Okay, you study, good. Are you prepared your best, right? You can only prepare the way that you can prepare. That's okay. Everybody has that's okay their own capacities. But guys, listen, okay. Hope for the best. Hope for the best. And what's going to be the hope for the best? That you'll be doing okay, right? And be prepared for the worst. And what's the worst that can happen? That okay, you didn't pass. So you say, okay, well, I did my part. I hope this is going to be enough. Or hopefully it's okay, it's going to be enough. But if not, well, okay, as you may know, it's okay, that it's okay, you may fail. So be prepared for that too. And it's okay if I fail. Yes. What's going to be next? First of all, guys, it's not the end of the world. Okay? Did that make sense? And again, yes, okay, back to my good old days in 10th grade. Then we had a poem which was Try, Try Again. That was the name of it. Okay? So a failure in a test doesn't necessarily mean that you don't know the material. You may have mastered the material. I may have even written a book on that subject matter. Inspired of, okay, yes, it's okay, reading 5 books about it. Okay? But you know something and okay, as to take a test and it is 2 different things. Okay? Probably not an admit or if somebody asked me, okay, Mike, do you mind? It's okay, take a test in forensic medicine. I say, okay, can I buy you a cup of coffee or a box of donuts and call it a deal? Or something like that, right? Okay. So not necessarily, yes, okay. So, and what is another mistake that most students end up doing? I've been seeing you guys doing it, and I pointed it out. What's the greatest mistake? Don't study right before the test. That morning when you come or meet up in school, that's okay. Don't look at the text or the diagrams or okay, your textbook, sorry. No more diagrams. Because okay, as a matter of okay, it's just anxiety of the test itself, that's okay, what is it you have? A little bit of stress, a little bit of anxiety. That's normal. Clear, okay? But what's going to happen if you try to, it's okay, remember, it's okay, the branch of the aorta at that point? You won't. As a matter of fact, it's okay, you're just going to get more and more frustrated because you can't pick it up. If that makes sense. And yes, guys, when it comes to the practical, what's a common practice? Somebody went in for a practical, and the rest of the student will be standing outside and okay, waiting and say, okay, because that guy come out or he or she comes out and he go, and the rest are going, what is he asking about? What is he asking about? Right, okay. What are his pet questions? Now, guys, don't you think that we know that you guys are going to be asking every student who comes out of the room, what is he asking about? We know because we were students once ourselves, right? Now, how long does it take us to change those questions that we may ask one student? I may ask one student of tachycardia, and she comes out and says, okay, yes, he's asking about tachycardia. Okay, good. The next student who walks in, I say, okay, I know, tachycardia, tachycardia, tachycardia. And I'm not asking that person about tachycardia. Something completely different. Wait, he or she knew before, yes, okay, walking into the room. Or it's okay, we're meeting up that day. Or it's okay, we'll not be able to, yes, okay, answer now because he is focused on tachycardia. Okay, guys? But most likely, yes, okay, for your practical, yes, okay, your luck is going to be in your own hands. You will see how I determine that. Have you guys heard of a lucky draw? Good. So you pick up the case that's going to determine, yes, okay, the question that you may be asked. Are the difficulty levels going to be different from the others? No. You can say, okay, same difficulty level. Okay. Or easy difficulty level. Let's put it this way, because it can only be easy if you had paid a little bit of attention or studied. Or if you're not, then okay, yes, it's going to be difficult. Okay, guys. Anything anybody wants to say? Any other way of preparing? And please, now, guys, this is not just for your class. Sorry, buddy. You may be as okay walking from job to job to job to job to job to job. Or let me put it this way. Every patient that you will see out there is going to be different from the other. So patients are just like snowflakes. Right? Okay. But if you go from yes, okay, or you can use yes, okay, in this yes, okay, during your stay of the school, yes, okay, there are different modules. Different modules have different requirements, right? Okay. What was our requirement in bioanatomy, for instance? Sorry, anatomy physiology. Diagrams. Right, okay. Are we going to have those now? Probably not. Okay, they may be replaced by yes, okay, knowing yes, okay, different tools and equipments that you may be using, right? Okay. When you go on to another program, yes, okay, there's going to be other things, other new things. Okay. Just like guys, I hope not. I hope that, okay, yes, once you get into a place of employment, you will stay at that spot. Okay. I'm not forcing you to. You're more than welcome to, yes, okay, to resign and go on to another spot, another place. Okay. But yes, okay, all users, okay, ultrasound lab, ultrasound lab, ultrasound lab, ultrasound lab, ultrasound lab, ultrasound lab. Every lab has their own work culture. Or you may see that, okay, although it's okay, something that you come across will be protocols, but every place is okay, may is okay, conduct those protocols in different ways. So me as okay, going from as okay, department to department to department to department to department. The first main thing that I will ask every place was, okay, guys, I know you hired me. That's why I'm here. Okay. Now, what is the minimum that you require me to do? Okay. And how does the flow work here? After this, okay, as who do I report to? Who do I report to? I say, okay, so and so and so and so. Because every place that's okay may have their different ways of doing things. Okay. So that will be as okay the main thing. Okay. Did you guys get that? That's how you mean it's okay, prime is okay, or you can say it's okay in a team. What are the rules of the game here? Did that make any sense? Okay. Yes, okay, we are a football team, so you kick the ball. Okay, you kick the ball. You don't kick the other teammates. Okay, okay. And our goal is that one. So it's okay, don't score or don't kick the ball through that goal. It's going to be a goal at the other end of the field that you'll be scoring at. Okay. But it's okay, every place will have it's okay their own, because it's okay rules of the game. Anybody want to say anything? So in 5 months from now, don't go and tell another teacher, Mike used to do like this. Because, okay, that might have been my way of doing it. Clear? He or she may have his or her own ways of doing things. Okay, guys, now take a what do we call it? Take a short break. Take a lunch break. And when should I see you guys back?
Thank you.
Thank you. When should I see you guys back?
12:55.
Okay, I may have to. It's the FD, it's the first day. So let's go easy. Okay, guys? I see you guys at Uno.
Thank you.
Okay, now you can say thank you, Michelle.
Thank you.
Okay, guys, have fun today. And now let's talk about something which is going to be a little more like, okay. Ultrasound related. Or it's okay, clinical survival scan. Okay. Now, as I said earlier, that okay, yes, becoming a sonographer mainly is going to be yes, okay, making you guys becoming a player on the team of healthcare professionals. Okay. And in that team, yes, okay, there are going to be, yes, okay, different players with different roles. Like you said, okay, in a football team, for instance, okay, you have a goalkeeper. Now his primary goal would, okay, or his primary task, sorry, would be to make sure that, okay, the ball doesn't pass him and that the team doesn't score on you. Okay. So in the healthcare profession, it's okay, every teammate is important because it's that teamwork between the teammates or the players on the team that eventually is okay, causes that, okay, yes, the game can run on and the tasks will be completed. Okay. Now, what would it mean to utilize a scan lab? Now, guys, let's go and say it this way. Eventually, it's okay as you go into your scanning modules. Okay. Well, okay, you will have XYZ number of days in which it's okay, there was okay, today's your lab day. And who are you guys going to be scanning? One another. Did that make sense? Okay. Now, you can say it's okay towards your scanning or towards the end of, okay, as when you've been doing scanning for so and so. You may say, well, okay, I pretty much know that's okay, the anatomy or what the anatomy of pretty much okay, all of my classmates look like. Right? So that's where it's okay, I will encourage you guys to start bringing in friends and family. Now, probably not during, yes, okay, the class hours after school. Okay. Now, just one thing that you need to do is pretty much, okay, as inform the people in the front that, okay, I will be coming in at, let's say, between 4 to 5 or 2 to 3 or something like that to have, okay, as scan a friend or a family or whosoever. Okay. And what the rest of the protocol for that will be is okay. They will let you know at that time. But there's opportunities that you guys will have is okay available. And if I was in your shoes, I would avail it. Did that make sense? Okay. So right now, yes, okay. Slowly start to butter your once BFFs. Now maybe yes, okay, WEEs. And try to yes, okay, make those WEEs your BFFs again. Okay. Did that make any sense? Okay. And even yes, okay, before you go on, let's say it's okay, your externship and so on. So in maybe it's okay, a year or a year and a half or 2 years from now, we have what we call a preclinical, which means going to, we can say, it's okay, based on the type of practice that you get into, that we will, as you say, targetedly train you as okay in, as okay, the tasks and so on, so on, so that kind of facility and so as okay are performing. So you get pretty much okay as a externship practice related or targeted teaching of how to follow as okay protocols and things like that. Okay. Now maintaining professionalism, I think that's okay. Later on, there's going to be it's okay a lot of chapters when we can talk a bit about it's okay when we can bring in it's okay professionalism. Now, just one thing first and foremost is the major goal of SOK professionalism is when you're out there in the field working. Okay. You may say, well, okay, yes, my name is this and this and this and this. I have it's okay, these personality traits and so on. So that's your personal life. Okay. You may as okay be the worst or the worst gangster. Okay. When you are at work, in this case, yes, okay, in a clinical lab, well, okay, yes, you have certain, you can put as okay, rules that you will have to abide with. Okay. Now, with that said, you may even have as okay, certain cultural beliefs, or let's say as okay, religious beliefs, etc., that may not cope with the common practice in the profession. Now, my dear, those are your personal beliefs in your personal life. That be there. Okay. A sensitive topic, and okay, some people say, okay, blood transfusion. Now, many people, you don't have to necessarily be as okay a Jehovah's Witness to avoid as okay be against blood transfusions. Back home, it's okay when we had a lot of patients. That's okay, a lot of friends and family sitting with the patient, just hanging out. It was okay. Well, your patient, he needs 2 pints of blood. So instead of just hanging out here doing nothing good for the patient, go down, donate a pint of blood so we can transfuse it to the patient. And then they will just okay, slightly, it's okay, start to slide away. Right. So, okay. So guys, please, your professional life and personal life, yes, you need to separate those two. Okay. Now, something that maybe is okay, difficult is, but just the golden advice, guys, don't take your work issues with you home. Okay, whatever happened at work, a terminally ill person or whatsoever you came across, don't take those issues with you home and think about it and so on. So, and likewise, okay, don't take your personal issues to work. That could be, yes, okay, probably one of the easiest or best ways, yes, okay, to, you can say it's okay, try to avoid unnecessary stress. Just a little advice. Okay. And okay, as we talk more of professionalism and so on and so on, so you can hear some of some stories of my personal experience. Because okay, of how can you not think of okay as a person who just died right in front of you at work? But okay, that may become as okay a routine. Now, hopefully not for you guys. You probably are not going to see as okay patients dying on a daily basis. But yes, okay, sooner or later you may hear that okay, yes, this patient is not going to be coming in anymore because he or she passed. Okay, and it's not that I recommend that you become completely cold and not feel sorry or so on so, but yes, okay, it will be better. Yes, okay, try to cope with that. Okay. Because in the long run, my dear guys, yes, okay, it's not going to, yes, okay, be good for your well-being. Okay, and if your well-being is at risk, then okay, yes, that's going to, yes, okay, affect a lot of, okay, yes, the goods that you could contribute to the workplace. Okay, and maintain, yes, okay, good work ethics. Okay. Now, what would be good work ethics? That you mean, yes, okay, will know, yes, okay, what is or what are the rules of the game? Okay. And again, yes, okay, the professionalism thing. Okay. The professionalism thing. And so things such as punctuality. Now, what does it mean to be punctual?
On time.
Be on time. Clear? Okay. The professional attitude. Well, okay, I told you at work, you are not representing yourself as a person. You are representing yourself as the professional that you are. What are you as a professional? The sonographer. You may as okay enroll into med school later and become a doctor. I don't mind. Please go ahead. Be my guest. Okay. Okay. And establishing is okay a new chain of okay as radiology clinics. Go ahead. I don't mind. Okay. Reliability. Now, what can be as okay? I think that okay as may affect reliability, or what would it mean to be reliable?
Make sure you attend the shift given to you.
Okay, good. Why does that matter?
Because it affects everything else.
Of course, that's okay. If you call, yes, okay, 5 minutes or 10 minutes before, it's okay, your hours are meeting up and say, well, okay, I can't make it in today. So and so, they may say, okay, shitty day happened. But it's okay, if that just becomes a routine, ultimately, it's okay, what would they say?
They're gonna let you go.
Yeah, be having too many issues with this chick or this boy or whosoever it is. Okay. And so they will say, okay, well, it's been nice knowing you, but nice is not good enough. It could have been better. Okay. And why? Because, okay, now they have to look for a replacement. You couldn't make up, well, okay, somebody got to do the tasks that were given to you, right? Okay. Okay. Now, I once had a boss. Now, yes, okay, most of our colleagues say, well, okay, yes, he was a bit toxic. But at least one toxic incident, of course, the girl didn't like what he did, but anyways, because she had called in and said, well, okay, I can't come in today for my night shift. And what was her excuse? Some sick family member. Anyways, peace be with that. You guys don't want to know what he did to make sure that she came to work. Now, although, yes, okay, this is southern Denmark, but he actually is, okay, now she lived in Germany. So he actually is, okay, took his car, drove down to Germany. You can say, okay, going from, yes, okay, you can, okay, Connecticut to upstate New York, and parked in front of her house just to realize that, okay, as she came back from a shopping trip around 2 o'clock, and he said, well, okay, don't get off your car. There's a dude in the hospital from 4 o'clock that you need to attend to. So, yeah, of course, she didn't like that one, right? Okay. So, because what was going to be his headache now? To, yes, okay, look for somebody who could, yes, okay, cover that night shift. Okay. So I guess, okay, you had enough of her for that. But he said, okay, at least do tonight's night duty and then we can talk about your future in my department. So, okay, guys. Okay. Honesty. A hard one. Have you guys heard the saying that says honesty is the best policy? Okay, let me ask a general question. And a honest answer will be valued. How honest do any of you want to be?
I want to be very honest, but it depends on the situation because sometimes being very honest is not that easy.
It may land you in a deep pool of
Shit.
shit. That was an honest
Always
answer.
give them the option to want honesty or do you want a lie? People are gonna pick honesty, so you can't really blame them for picking it. Makes it easier.
Okay, but let me ask it this way then. So, if that honesty may let's okay end up leaving you in a big pool of S hit,
For
would
being
you still
honest
be
or telling
honest?
a lie?
Huh?
Wait, for being honest or telling a lie? Because a lie spins into a web where you
No,
have.
no. No, listen.
I'm
My
listening.
thing is, if being honest is going to lead you to be in a deep pool of S hit,
It can.
will you still be honest?
No.
Depends on the
No.
context, so no.
Ah, okay. Then there might not have been a sick family member, but actually it's okay, a shopping trip that you dearly didn't want to miss. Now, whose door should I show up by and say, okay, there's a test that needs to be taken? Of course, I can't be standing here, so okay, in front of 16 different doors at the same time. Okay, guys, listen. The words that now listen. Okay, you may say, okay, well, I be honest. I know, okay, yes, I did a boo boo. Okay, but at least be honest and say, okay, acknowledging that okay, that's a mistake is not going to kill you. Okay, so even if that yes, okay, may end up yes, okay, leaving you in a bigger or smaller pool of S hit, it's better to be honest and get it off your chest. Hifza,
Yes.
have you heard the saying that says if you tell one lie, you have to tell 100 other lies?
Yeah, I have.
Okay. Good. So that's just okay, a saying back home. That if you once says okay, tell one lie, once you get caught in that one, you have to make up another lie to cover for that. Have anybody heard of the person Mark Twain? Not Shana Twain, Mark Twain.
Yes.
Victoria has heard of him. What do you know about him, my dear? Okay, you're breaking up, my dear. Okay, here we go.
You wrote Tom Sawyer?
I'm sorry. Okay.
Tom
good.
Sawyer? Yeah.
And what else did he wrote?
Something about a log cabin. Is that The Adventures of Tom Sawyer and Huckleberry Finn? Right?
Huckleberry Finn. Here we go. Good. Okay, now what's one saying of Mr. Mark Twain is that if you don't lie, you don't have to remember. Okay. But just put it this way, guys. That's okay. If you lie once, that's okay. You probably have to tell 1,000 other lies to cover for that one lie. So it's better not to lie in the first place. So even that's okay, if that honesty is okay, brings you in, okay, as a bigger or smaller pool of what you want to call it. Yes, okay. It's better. Okay. And you can say, okay, that may make you yes, okay, trustworthy, then it's okay. The consequences may not be as bad as you thought in the first place. You may get a warning as, okay, we don't want this to happen again. Of course, okay, sure. I'm not going to make it. I learned it from my mistake. Okay. So now who wants to be honest to the extent that, okay, as they may end up in a bigger or smaller pool of asset? Okay, a small pool. Okay. Not something up to here. Okay. Okay, guys. Now, what do we have in an ultrasound lab? What are our main equipments? Let's look at that. Oh, let's put it this way. So, okay, what is a sonographer? Now, if you look at the word sonographer, the ER is just, okay, something who does sonography. And what was sonography? Now, graphy, I mean, yes, okay, we mean a recording. Or in our case, yes, it's going to be more of an image. Okay. But what is it we use that as okay to create that image is going to be sono, which is sound. Okay, so what a sonography is or what an ultrasound is mainly as okay going to use pretty much okay what we can call sound waves produced by this machine here. Or not really this machine, actually it's okay your transducer is going to be as okay where we produce the sound waves. Okay, but what those sound waves mainly will do is travel into the patient's body and reflect back. Okay, and it's okay be processed by your system here, and okay ultimately it's okay produce an image. Did you guys get that? Okay. So what we mainly is okay we'll be using in what you can call ultrasound or sonography is going to be as okay sound waves. Now, guys, your job mainly is going to as okay do the scanning, and you mainly will say as okay click the pictures. Primarily, yes, okay. When it comes down to scanning, that's going to be as okay what your job will be. Okay, it's going to be as okay the job of the physician. Now, usually it's okay when you talk of ultrasound clinic, or an ultrasound department. The main physician that is going to be affiliated with that one is going to be what you call a radiologist. Okay, he or she mostly is going to be as okay what we used to call a radiologist. So it's going to be his or her job to look at those pictures, interpret them, and okay, yes, based on that interpretation of the images that he or she sees, is just okay, come up with a diagnosis. Okay, please, guys, your job is not to give the diagnosis. Okay, is that clear? Okay, so that's not going to be your job. If the patient asks you out of curiosity, maybe because he or she is anxious about what do you see, etc., etc., etc. Well, okay, you can maybe say, okay, my job is to, it's okay, produce images, and it's going to be, it's okay, the doctor who will look at those, and okay, let's get back to you with the results. Okay? You can actually, it's okay, get in trouble by, it's okay, using, it's okay, giving the patient a supposed diagnosis, because the real diagnosis may be something else. And now the patient got what you can call as okay, mixed messages. Okay. But guys, pretty much okay, this is how yes, okay, an ultrasound is going to be working. So if this for instance, okay, was your transducer, what it actually will do is send out pulses, and those pulses will reflect back. Or pulses of sound waves. Okay, that actually is okay, will reflect back, and as a result of that reflection, that's going to be processed by the system and produce the image that we get. Okay, so in our case, guys, most likely whatever energy is transmitted, most of it is reflected back. Okay, most of it. In other, we can say it's okay, diagnostic imaging modalities, some of that energy actually is okay, will travel through and through the patient. And it's what reach on the other end that may produce the image. Or what didn't make it. That is going to produce the image. That's mainly as okay what we see in cases like X-rays and CAT scans and MRIs. They're all dependent upon as okay the energy transmitted versus as okay what reached the final target, which is going to be as okay a recorder film, etc., or sensors is going to as okay give you your image. But here is the energy that we transmit and what we get back. But it's pretty much okay what energy we get back or sound that we get back that's going to produce the image. Did you guys get that? Okay. Now, some of you may have heard the word sonography. Some of you may have heard the word ultrasound. That's a common term that has been used. Now, why do we call it ultrasound?
Because of ultrasound waves.
Okay, so we can say, okay, ultrasound, we can also call them ultrasonic. Okay, where sonic is just pertaining to sound. Ultra, what is ultra part? Now we can roughly saying as okay, there are going to be 3 categories of sound. Okay, we're going to have 3 categories of sound. One is going to be as okay, what we'll call infrasonic or infrasound. Then we have sounds which are audible sounds. And then we have sounds which are going to be as okay, ultrasonic. Now, whether it was infrasonic or ultrasonic, both of these sounds as okay are produced, but the human ear, this fellow here, is not going to be able to yes okay hear it. Did you guys get that? Okay. Now this is all going to be yes okay repeated again yes okay in your ultrasound physics. Okay, since it mentioned it here, so okay, I better just bring it up. Okay, so what's an infrasonic sound? That's going to be a sound with a frequency less than 2 kilohertz. Or with a frequency less than 2 kilohertz. Okay, at this point, yes, okay, I'm not going to go into yes, okay, what do you mean by 2 kilohertz? That's just the frequency of sound. Whereas from 2 kilohertz to 20 kilohertz, that's the audible range of the human ear. And anything greater than 20 kilohertz or 20,000 hertz, if you want to put it that way, is going to be ultrasonic. Okay, so what we do in ultrasound is we use sounds which are going to have okay a very, very, very high frequency. Okay, not just beyond 20,000, but actually it's okay something between 2 to 15 megahertz or million hertz. So very high frequency sound is going to be as okay what we use in ultrasound. Okay, so you may be holding as okay that transducer up to your ear and say, well, okay, I don't hear anything. Of course, you don't hear anything because the sound that transducer produces is beyond the ability of the human eye to hear. Did that make sense? Or yes, okay, most of you, yes, okay, since you have four-legged furry fellows, especially, it's okay, if that furry fellow makes a sound called woof woof. Now, they have very sensitive ears, right? Okay. What did that cause? That even, yes, okay, sounds that are of very low frequency, maybe an ant 3 miles underground farts, they will be able to hear it. Probably not, but okay. Did that make any sense? Okay. But in ultrasound, we call this, okay, ultrasound, we call this, okay, it is using producing, or it's going to be as okay, by using a sound which is beyond the human ear's audibility. So a normal person with normal hearing would not hear a sound with a frequency greater than 2 kilohertz or 20,000 hertz. Okay. Whereas, okay, the frequency of the sound wave that we use in ultrasound is going to be ranging between 2 to 15 megahertz, which is going to be 2 to 15 million hertz of frequency. Did you guys get that? Okay. And for, yes, okay, some special, yes, okay, specific, what you want to call them, scanning modalities, or yes, okay, ultrasound scanning modalities, they may even have, yes, okay, even higher frequencies than 15 megahertz. But the normal range of transducer that you will see in 99.9% of the labs is having frequencies between 2 to 15 megahertz, which is far beyond 20,000 hertz. Did you guys get that? So that's why we call it ultrasound. Okay. So that's going to be as okay, the sound that your machine produces. Okay. Send those sound waves into the patient, and as that sound tuck, 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 hit different structures on its journey, more or less energy is going to just okay be returned back. Okay. So that sound that returns back is roughly what you can call an echo or reflection. And that's what's going to just okay produce your image. Okay. Due to yes, okay, some physics, your system will be to some extent be able to say, okay, this reflection reflected back from this much depth into the patient, and so on, so on. So that's why you actually will be able to see different shades, primary as okay, or black and white, and okay, as different shades of gray at different depths. Did you guys get that? Okay. Now, a very small portion of the energy that we transmit to the patient may remain in the patient. We'll talk more about that in ultrasound physics. But that's pretty much okay. What you can say is okay. One of the reasons that okay, ultrasound is a relatively harmless, or we can say okay, safe scanning modality. Is it the ideal one in every situation? Probably not. And that's why we have different other methods of creating images. Did you guys get that? Any questions? Okay. So yes, okay. What could be a question that you may have on your quizzes at any point? What's an infrasonic? What's an audible range? And what's an ultrasonic? Okay, in the ultrasonic is going to be as anything greater than 20,000 hertz. Okay, what's going to be is okay, a diagnostic ultrasonic frequency, 2 to 15 megahertz. Okay. Okay, guys. Normally, it's okay when you scan a patient. What do you expect to see?
Doesn't it depend on what you're scanning?
Okay. If you want to put that depend upon what you're scanning in a generalized term.
Or do you mean just like the inside of their body, like organs or blood?
Exactly. And what do you call that inside of the body?
Organ systems? Organs? Yeah.
Okay. And when did we discuss organ systems?
I mean, you mean body systems? Didn't we do that in anatomy and physiology?
Okay, so you mainly as okay expect to see the internal anatomy of the person, right?
Yeah.
Good. Okay. Is it a must that that anatomy has to be messed up?
No.
Not necessarily, right? Okay. So although it's okay, a patient may come in with complaining of this, complaining of that, so on, so on, so the scanning may be as okay, completely normal, right? Okay. But if it wasn't normal,
Did you say what if it wasn't normal?
yes. What would
What
you
would
see then? You still see the organs, but what is it that those organs are going to show you?
I'm not sure. I was gonna say then we can't tell the patient.
Well, okay, you can't say, okay, but at least, okay, you can say, okay, not necessarily it's okay when you see something, you say something, don't apply that one here. But you still see something, right? Okay, and what is it you will see? If the organs,
the damage or the issue, whatever it is that is
okay, so what would be a generalized word for damage or issue?
Abnormality?
Abnormality, okay, yes. And abnormality in the, yes, okay, structure or function of the body will be referred to as okay, let's say it's okay, the abnormality in the structure. Now, guys, when you go for scanning, you will hear the word lesion, 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 lesion again and again and again and again. So what is that lesion going to indicate? Lision, if somebody wants to spell it. So it's now Lesion, sorry, lesion. What would that mean? A physical pathology, right? Clear? Okay. And that most likely is okay. Yes, okay, will be visible. Okay. But what would that physical lesion or SOK pathology lead to? Some SOK functional abnormalities as well. Okay, so that would be the pathophysiology. And that pathophysiology means is okay, well, explain why the patient feels the way that he or she feels. Right, okay. Did that make sense? Okay, now not to go into just okay, rare cases or rare conditions and so on, so on. So you can say, well, okay, as I have a headache. Everybody has suffered a headache. Clear? Okay. Now, or let's say pain, any type of pain. Now, there can be different reasons for a pain, right? Okay. So there's a difference between just okay, a strained muscle versus just okay, a stab wound versus just okay, a fractured bone. Exactly, exactly. So they're all going to just okay appear different on whichever kind of scan you're talking about, right? Well, what the all represented was as a symptom being pain. Yeah, okay. Now, how would you be able to just okay visualize that structural defect by okay seeing the lesion? Yeah. Okay. Which means okay will indicate the physical pathology. But as okay, then pathophysiology of pain itself is because okay, there may be a lot of chemicals involved. Now, when I say chemicals, substances produced by your body as a response of that painful lesion, and it's going to have okay its own effect on different organs, etc., etc. So what some people as okay may refer to as a lesion is going to be as okay more or less of a physical defect or a physical abnormality that you will see, which mostly as okay will indicate pathology. Because if you see something that doesn't belong, that means okay, something is not in its right place. Did that make sense? You scan a kidney and you see stones. Well, okay, did those stones belong there? No. Clear, okay. Okay. You scan blood vessel, you see it's okay, atherosclerotic plaques. Do they belong there? No. So that's a lesion, that's a pathology. And what is all those things going to lead to? Or let's say it's okay, that atherosclerotic plaque is going to cause raised blood pressure, so on, so on, so reduced blood flow to the organs, etc., etc., etc. And now it's okay, of course, it's okay, all dependent upon it's okay which organ it is that's going to be affected in its own way. And that's how it's okay, the pathology just circles around. Any questions?
I have one question.
Go ahead, Dennis.
It's just only a question just about the assignment that's due on the 23rd. Would we be able to type up the assignment in the comment section box below, or would you like it strictly in the PDF file, like a Word document?
No, it's probably better if you just send it as a Word document.
Word document, okay.
Okay. Then let me look, because let me be honest.